my name's Melissa. Welcome to my book talk. Today we'll be talking about a book right here called If I Were a Jungle Animal by Amanda Ellery and the illustrator, which is her husband, Tom Ellery. The genre of this book is fiction. How many of you guys do you get bored a lot? You know, constantly bored, like dragging, like, oh, I have nothing to do. I'm so bored. What do you usually do when you're bored? Do you hang out with friends, spend time with family, play board games with your friends, watch movies? Well, I'll tell you one thing. The character in this book, Morton, when he is bored, he basically imagines himself being various types of animals in the jungle. The main character of this book is this little guy right here, swinging on a green vine, named Morton. He plays baseball, and his position in baseball is an outfield. He loves to daydream a lot about wanting to go to different places, such as going to the beach, going to the island, or exploring the jungle. He just wants to see the new world, like see what life's about, like meet new people, see new things, see different places throughout the whole world. He just, he's a kid. He wants to experience life like that. He loves to do, daydreaming a lot because it gets him more excited. He gets so focused and so happy. He's like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Like, he loves it. And he'd rather be doing, something like so much exciting, like visiting an awesome place, than being in a miserable, boring, as Morton calls it, baseball field. Because he hates being the outfield in baseball. It's so boring. It's just really hard for him. He wants the game to be over because of his outfield position. He always gets yelled at by his baseball coach for constantly not paying attention a lot. He's like, Morton, come on, get focused in the game, get in the game, get in the game. And Morton feels like he just doesn't care about the game. It's so boring, especially being the outfield. He's just bored to death. So he's like, oh, I'm not going to pay attention. I'll have a daydream, be somewhere else. Like, dream I want to be in a nice beach instead of playing baseball. And he has a hard time socializing with, other kids on his team because they don't think he exists a lot. Because the way how baseball works, according to his character, he plays the outfield. And you're so far back when you're in baseball, so far back, not a lot of people can see you. And you're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And a lot of the times, when you play position outfield in baseball, you really don't touch the ball or catch the ball. You just stand there, just wait patiently. Like forever. It feels like forever. You never know. And when he daydreams about something so exciting, like he's like, yay! Awesome. He has a tendency not to pay attention a lot. That's what his baseball coach gets so mad at him about, because he doesn't focus a lot. He'd rather be doing, imagining himself at the beach right now than playing his baseball game. And when he usually gets bored, waiting to be in the outfield, waiting for the game to be over, he decided to imagine himself as being various types of animals. Various types of animals in the jungle, such as some of the characters he changed being in the book is such as a giraffe, monkey, hippopotamus, and a walrus. In order to pass time for the baseball game. Throughout his adventures, he realized throughout his jungle adventure, walruses do not live in the jungle, and he was disappointed about that. Now I'm going to do right now is read a couple pages of this book so you better understand what I was talking about. Okay? Here it goes. Morton, pay attention out there! Why do I need to pay attention? The ball never comes out here. I bet the other kids don't even remember I'm on their team. I wish I was somewhere more excited, like the beach, or an island, or the king of the jungle. I could be a lion. So that's basically a little quick sneak peek of the book. To give you a quick, summary, more understanding throughout the book, he goes through different characters. Like, for example, he talks about how he wants to be a zebra, and how he wants to run with a herd of the zebras. Like, he goes through different jungle animals and explains why he wants to be in that jungle. Like, why he wants to be that particular animal and why. And the book qualities is, this book is an outstanding book. I absolutely love this book, by the way. I think this book would be awesome for future teachers to use in the classroom with kids like me. Especially, I know when I'm done with school, I'm definitely going to use this in my class. I think this is very helpful and useful. Other teachers, teachers who've been teaching, teachers who've been teaching for years, kids, definitely the kids, because we can relate to this so much as this little boy Morton about his life experience. We get experience what his life experiences are like in baseball. What they like and dislike in life and in sports and whatever, everyday life. And it allows them, especially with this kid, it allows them to be creative thinkers. Be creative. Write stories. Instead of when they're bored one day and it's raining outside, they need to make a story. Be creative. Make up your own characters. Pretend you're in a jungle like Morton is, or being whatever type of character or story you want to be. That's the most important thing. And another thing is, I'm not going to tell you the ending of the book. For one thing, I'm not. Because it's a surprise, and you really, really have to get this book. You really need to read it, because it's really good. And I'm not telling you that just to tell you. It's really good. And, by the way, if you really want this book, you need to get it as soon as possible. It is called If You Ever Were a Jungle Animal by Amanda Ellery and illustrated by Tom Ellery.